Hello! Today I'm gonna show you a get well soon card, or I hope you will be feeling better soon card. And because this is a get well card, but I had to have something like get better soon or hope you feel better soon, but I wanted to make it a card with a B, so that's why it says I hope you will be feeling better soon. So that's why it's 2B or 2 E's there, or I don't know, well, B, like a B. So it's sort of like funny, but it's also like a get well card. And here you see a little bee flying on the side, and you can see these honeycombs or combs in the background here, and a big ribbon, and the little signature there, not signature, the little greeting there. And the bee has these funny things on the head, tentacles, I think they're called, I'm not sure, tentacles or whatever they are. And it's all glittery, the cheeks and the wings and the body. And here you can write your greeting inside. You open it up like this, and on the back side I just have my little signature there. And to make this card, I started out with a just basic card that is A5, the international size A5, and it was just a ready-made white piece of card that was scored in half. The size doesn't really matter here. Do whatever size you want. So I'm not going to give you any measurements, I'm just going to tell you how I got all these kind of things together. The little bee here, if you have a cricket or cricket, that's great, but I don't have one. So I just took some yellow piece of paper and I drew with a pencil, I drew the body and the head of the bee, and then I just cut them out with small scissors. And I put on the body where I wanted to have this the black hair that you can feel. It's actually really soft, because I think it's called flock, I think. It's really soft, like a fabric, and that is actually these small jars. It doesn't have a name. The only thing you can see here is Yudu. My lighting is a bit bad, but it's Yudu. And it is this like a pulver, really soft, like fabric, but it's really small pieces like that, and it also has some glitter in itself, and it's sort of like small tiny fabric pieces like that. Be careful so you don't mess up your crafting area like I did, but basically I just took double-sided adhesive tape and I put this tape on the parts that I wanted to be black, and then I cut out the overlapping tape. I cut out with scissors, and then I just put on this flock and I really pressed it hard. And then when you do like this to the little bumblebee, you will only get this black softness, almost like suede. Really soft. You will only get the black ones where you have the double-sided adhesive tape. And then in the middle here I wanted some glitter there, because the whole body was yellow. So I took some stickles, some glittery stickles, and I put a line here, and then I smeared it with my fingers so it would be only glittery on the body there. And the same thing with the wings. And the wings I actually cut out free-handedly as well. And they were white to start with, and I didn't have any watercolor paper, it was just normal cardstock, but I still used Tim Holtz Distress ink, these little glass jars that you can get with a little suction at the end, and I just put a few drops of different colors here, and there you have the blue one. It's called Broken China. So to get this similar blue you have to buy Broken China by Tim Holtz. And I just used my H2O watercolor pen, and this is a pen or a brush actually that has water in itself. You can probably see the bubbles here, it's water, and Now it's clear, it's just normal water, but you pick up a little bit of color, a little bit of the blue one, and then I just drew on the wings. And once they were dry, I put a little bit of different pressure. I could see here it's lighter and there is darker. If you have a lot of water and only a little bit of color, it will be very light blue. If you have a lot of color and only a little bit of water, it will be dark blue. So the more color you have, the stronger blue it will be. So that's how you have this different kind of shades of blue. It's just different amounts of color. So more color makes it stronger, and less color makes it softer. And then when they are dry, make sure they are dry, then you will take the stickles and put it on the wings, so you will have shimmery wings as well as the little body here. And if you do like I did, that the wings go outside the card, make sure you colorate the backside, backside of the wings as well, because they will be sticking out. So make sure they get some color on themselves as well. And stickles, I didn't do stickles on the back side, but you could if you want, but stickles on the front side. Then you have these little cheeks. They are actually very shimmery, the cheeks of the bumblebee. And to get that shimmer on the cheeks, I guess you could use makeup if you don't have decorating chalks. I think it's called chalks, and for a pastel touch. And these are glimmers. So I have actually a makeup applicator here for this, one of these eyeliner makeup applicator. I don't use these for eyelines or for eyeshadows, but I use them for crafting. I think it's great to have this. You just take a little bit of color, and then I made these cheeks look really shimmery and pretty. It's almost like having rouge or blush on your cheeks there, and that's how you get them really shimmery. If you don't have chalks at home, I guess you could use makeup, normal eyeshadow, but if you have them, I think they're really great. They are cute. You can have all kinds of stuff with them, to do with them, but I usually have them for decorating, and they are non-toxic and acid free, so I guess you could use them for photos as well if you want to. I don't know how they would stick to the photos though, but you can try around with them and see what you can come up with them. And then the eyes and the mouth, I just drew on with some pens, black pen for the eyes and a red pen for the mouth. And then these things here, they're actually a metal wire with some really soft fur on. I don't know what they are called at English. At Swedish they are called piprensare. I have no idea what that is at English, so if somebody watches this and knows what these are called, metal wire that you can bend in any direction you want, and they have some soft fur on top of that. So if somebody knows what they are called at English, please let me know, because I use them now and then. Not really that much, but sometimes I use them and I don't know what they're called at English. So I just took those and I cut them with a scissor that I only cut with metal and other stuff. If you cut them with your normal crafting scissors, the scissors will take damage because they are metal inside. So use scissors that you use for cutting metals and other strong stuff with. And to make them stay, you can't really use glue. I guess you could, but I'm not sure if it would fit for this project. So I used my hot melting glue gun, and this is just plastic and it gets heated up because you put this in the wall. So it gets heated up and then it starts to drip here, and be careful with your fingers because it's really hot, but it's also a great adhesive for stuff that normally won't stay with regular glue. So that's how I got them on the back side of the head here. I just used the glue gun for that, and I just rolled the ends of the wire, metal wire, so they became like that, sort of like the tentacles of the bumblebee. Then the background here, it's actually done with my Big Shot, and I used this. This is a Fiskars texture plate, and this one is called Honeycomb. honeycomb, I think. And I put the paper, the yellow paper that I have, it's pretty thick cardstock. If you're using thick cardstock, make sure you make it wet first. So I used my mini mister, it's filled with water, and you just sprinkle it on so it becomes really soaking wet. Because when the paper is wet, it's really easy to shape and it will take the texture a lot easier. So it will become a deep impression. And then I just run it through my Big Shot, and I got the honeycombs here, but I wanted to get some color on that. So once the paper was done, I used my brayer and I got some color on. Again, the color was Spicy Marmalade by Tim Holtz Distress Inks, and I just rolled it onto the ink pad, stamping ink pad, and then I just went softly over it. So the embossed honeycombs that were raised up took on the color, so that's why you can see them here in the background. Otherwise it would be just one color, yellow, but since I had the orange Spicy Marmalade on and I went like this with the brayer, you would see these honeycombs pop up like this. And I like that you can feel them with your finger, and now you can also see them quite easily when they have some color on themselves. And then I just free-handedly wrote, I hope you'll feeling better soon, and the B there I stamped with my letter stamp. These are just letters. I took the big B and the small A, B, C, D, E, and a small E. So that's how I just made one by one B, the word B, and then the little smiley there. I love small stamps. This is a stamp set. It has no name. Well, I think the package had a name, but I threw away the package. I used a little smiley face there. And this little stamp set I got from my friend from Italy. So although I live in Finland, I got them from Italy, from my friend who visited there because her boyfriend lives in Italy, but now they have moved to Finland together. So I got them from her last summer when she was visiting Italy. And they're really cute, so if you know what these are called, let me know. But the name is not really important. You can take whatever stamp set you have, but I really love small stamp sets. I don't know why, they're just so cute. So that's how I got the little smiley there. I just used black stamping ink. And the sides here I cut out with a scissor that had this pattern on. It's sort of like Victorian, but the name was not Victorian, it was something else, but it looks pretty much like Fiskars Victorian pattern. And then I used my color applicator with Vintage Photo, and I just went around the edges of the paper, so that's why it is a little bit darker here. The same thing I did with this. I cut out the orange greeting and I put it on yellow greeting, yellow paper, and glue it on together. And then I used black. As you can see, these are black color on the sides. So you do the same thing but only with black, and the name is Black Sot by Distress Ink, Tim Holtz also. And then I used dimensionals to pop it up on top of this, and also this little bee. When I put all the wings together and the body together and these together, the tentacles, or I think they're called tentacles, I'm not sure. The octopus has tentacles, but I don't know what the bumblebee has. So if you know the name of these, let me know, please. Thank you. And anyway, I glue them on with double-sided dimensionals, so the little bumblebee will pop up. There you can see the white dimensional. So it becomes a little bit three-dimensional. This one pops out and the greeting pops out. Then the ribbon here is a really large ribbon from this roll. It's 20 meters, and I love this because it was a bargain for me. I got 20 meters of this thick ribbon for only €5, and that's great. So it was really a bargain. I'm really happy for that. It was a sale in a sales day, so I just used that ribbon, put on the background some black paper that I cut out with scalloped scissors, so that's why the black is a little bit scalloped, and just glue them all together. And that's how I got this card. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope I explained everything okay, but you know, I'm not really talking English that much normally, so if you missed something, please let me know and I try to explain it a little bit better. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And if you have any questions, let me know, and thank you for watching, and have a great day, and I hope you all are feeling well. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye. See ya.